FightHype.com here again. Sean Patel with Kevin Barry. Kevin, Crawford Horn. Can we get a prediction out of you?
Great fight. Really, it's an exciting fight. You know, Crawford, very skillful, very damaging, great record, 32-0. Jeff Horn, very tough, very big, physical welterweight. You know, obviously the question is, you know, can Crawford take the power from lightweight to junior welter to welter? And we'll find out on Saturday night. Jeff Horn is a very underrated guy. He's a heavy underdog here, but let me tell you, he's in phenomenal shape. He's come here to win. In his mind, there is no way that he thinks he's going to lose. And I'll tell you what, if he fights the right sort of fight, I think it could be a very, very difficult fight for Crawford. Look, we know Crawford's he's got so much skill and so much talent. He's very good at controlling fights, but he likes for things to be his own way. He likes to dictate and control the terms of the fight. I think Jeff has the sort of style that can really upset him in this fight. He's got to make it a physical fight. He's got to really bring out the mongrel. Yeah, he's got to find a way to get inside those long arms, work away, hit the hips, use the elbows, use his head, get it in close, rough him up, and that's Jeff's game. You know, Jeff's a very physical, very aggressive fighter. You know, a fighter that will bring a lot of heat. I think we saw today. I had him in the gym on Saturday when he had only been here for 2 days. Hit the heavy bag for 12 rounds. Did 4 rounds on the pads, 2 skipping and some ab and stretches. You know, here we are. We're in fight week. Monday today, he did 10 on the heavy bag. You know, 4 in the ring. You know, he's in very, very good shape. And like, I've known Jeff for the last 5 years, him and his training team. He's fought on many undercards of Joseph Parker's in New Zealand. We know the team well. I've seen the development in Jeff over the years. I've never ever seen him look as good as what he looks at the moment. I think we're going to get the very best Jeff Horn that anyone's ever seen, and if we do, I think it's going to be a challenge that Crawford's going to have to bring his A game.
After his win over Pacquiao, that was somewhat controversial. Some people thought Pacquiao won, but a lot of people are complaining about the physicality of the fight. Do you think that the ref here is going to let Jeff fight his game? You mentioned fighting on the inside, the hips, or do you think? Because that could throw him off if he's not allowed to do his work on the inside.
You know, obviously, you know, Robert Bird, I believe, is the referee for this fight, and you know, look, this is the big fight. There's 2 undefeated champions fighting each other. You know, Bird's a good referee. I think he'll want to leave it to the fighters to set the result in this fight. He won't want to get in the way. Look, when you're in the boxing ring and against a boxer and a brawler, when the brawler works in close, you've got to let him go to work. It's only fair. So you know, I hope he makes it an entertaining fight. I hope the referee is not the guy who sets the terms of the fight.
Is Crawford? Are we seeing a truly great fighter in his prime? And Crawford, is he the best fighter pound for pound? And if he is those things, why is he those things? What makes him that good?
Look, I've always been a big fan of Terence Crawford. I always thought he was special. He looks, in a lot of fights, he's looked a class above everyone else. He's looked so much in control and so much at ease. He's very accurate. He's very long. He's very powerful. And we've seen those things, you know, on his way up the divisions, winning titles at lightweight and junior welter. There's been a lot of good fighters in the years before him who have come through many divisions, even on from welterweight, you know, winning the welterweight and then going on to junior middle. Crawford very well may be one of those guys. At the moment, you would have to have him as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. There's no doubt about that. So, you know, look, Jeff Horn's got a big task at hand, but he's not afraid. He's not intimidated. One thing I can tell you about the fighters from down under in New Zealand and Australia, you know, you'll get all they have. You know, he will fight until for his last bit of oxygen in his lungs and his last drop of blood. He will be in the ring trading punches with Terence Crawford.
And last one, Kev. A lot of talk this week about him, Jeff Horn, coming into your gym. It's a great gym, and moving away from Top Ranks. How did that all happen? Did they call you, or you gave him a call, or?
No, Glenn Rushton, Jeff's trainer, is someone who, as I mentioned before, I've known for the last 5 years, and I have a lot of respect for him, and we have a good relationship. And he said, Kev, we aren't happy at Top Rank. We're dying in the gym. It's dirty and dusty, and it's hot as hell. There's a tin roof. There's no air conditioning. And I said, look, do you want to come down and have a look at my place? And you're welcome to use the gym. And they came down. They went, thank God. And so they're training here now. And you said they've got a big team of media with them, and they've got family. And Jeff's got his wife and daughter here today, and his mum and dad. So hey, but they're really good people, and I'm happy to be able to provide the gym for them.
Did you think that it is too hot to train in the gym like that on fight week?
No, well, possibly. They've come from their winter, so they're acclimatizing a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
And to get through the jet lag and everything else, I think it's very important that if they feel comfortable training in air conditioning, they should be training in air conditioning. So I know that they seem very happy here in the gym.
Because a lot of the fighters here, Vegas-based, like I know Jesse Vargas and other guys train at that gym, and they don't want the air on, even if it worked. Or Mayweather turns the air off. Is it just different in the mentality with the American fighters versus Australian?
Look, I think so, and I think it's an individual thing, because I know if Joseph Parker was here at the moment, Joe would say, for God's sake, get the air off, coach. He loves training in the heat. He wants the gym as hot as possible. But it's different for Jeff and Glenn. And I think with a fighter preparing himself the final week of the fight, it's very important that mentally they're comfortable, and if they're comfortable training in these conditions, then provide those conditions for them.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thankfully, you have the gym to give it to them, right?
Yeah.
It's been my pleasure to be able to accommodate them here.
Thank you so much, Kevin.